Live coverage starting soon. Live coverage starting soon. It's time for Kennett Indian Softball. This broadcast presented by Kennett Bowling Lanes, State Farm Insurance, Kennett Trust Bank, Harris Pharmacy, Curapath Wellness, Kennett Girls Softball Association, and Patterson Auto Sales. Other sponsors include Bloom Bella Flowers and Gifts, Century 21, Ultimate Fitness, and Hanley McAtee Farms. And now, Kennett Indian Softball.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Indian Park as we get set for quarterfinal state tournament action as the Clearwater Lady Tigers come to take on the Kennett Lady Indians. They had the coin toss, and Kennett will be the home team here this afternoon. Kennett taking infield. We didn't know if our game start would be a little delayed, but I'll tell you, a ton of work went into getting this ready. And the Kennett softball players dragging the tarp off earlier, and Coach Dollins, he's had a workout, and Nathan Baker also very exhausted, and Lance Penn, and lots of folks helping out today. And thanks to all of those that gets this field in great playing condition this afternoon. We'll take a break, have our pregame information as we get set for Clearwater at Kennett in the Class 2 state softball quarterfinal right after this.
Eat, play, and have a blast at Let's Roll Paragould. From bowling, duck pin, and laser tag to 45 arcade games and a full restaurant, Let's Roll Paragould is packed with fun for everyone. Both alleys feature state-of-the-art NeoSurf systems. And with over 50 TVs, you won't miss a second of your favorite game. Visit Let'sRollParagould.com for birthday packages, daily specials, group deals, or to reserve your lane. Let's Roll Paragould, 2707 West Kings Highway in Paragould, where good times roll 7 days a week.
Who doesn't love being number one? When your team's dominating the standings, or your favorite band rocks the charts at number one, it feels good, right? Kind of like how it feels when you have auto insurance with State Farm. Because making you feel like number one is an honor your local State Farm agent takes seriously. Through the good times and not so good, your State Farm agent's proud to be here to help life go right.
See State Farm agent Greg Wilson in Kennett. Call 888-4913.
McMahon Trucking isn't new to the road. It all started back in the 1940s with Bill McMahon, serving farmers and elevators for over 70 years. Now Bob McMahon carries on the tradition. After 42 years in truck repair and towing, he's back in the family business, fully licensed and insured with well-maintained equipment and dependable service you can count on. Call McMahon Trucking today at 573-888-7256. Welcome back to Indian Park as the Clearwater Lady Tigers take their infield practice as we get set for this quarterfinal matchup. Should be a great ball game. Clearwater coming into this one with a record of 29-3 on the season. Kennett with a record of 26-9 as we welcome our viewers in or the listeners in on a radio live stream. We also have audio on our KTMO streaming platforms. Our video coverage of today's game is Misha.tv. Just look for the broadcast powered by Pollock Broadcasting, and you can watch the video of this. I know, like in their baseball games, a lot of time family members after the ball game will go and get the video and save it for some pleasant memories. And one of these teams will have pleasant memories leaving Indian Park. They will be going to Springfield in the Final Four, and the other team's season will come to a close. Two very good ball clubs. Kennett with a record of 26-9 on the season. Just looking a little closer at these two clubs. Clearwater averaging 12.6 runs per ball game, so they're putting up a lot of runs. They allow only 3.1 on the season. Kennett, very similar numbers, 11.1 runs per game, allowing only 3.5. And that's why you see these are a couple of the top teams in Class II softball in the state. Truly Posh, a locally owned women's boutique, one of our great broadcast sponsors. They offer a variety of clothing, shoes, and accessories. Also lots of styles and sizes available. They're at 405 First Street in Kennett. We appreciate Truly Posh broadcasting or helping our broadcast bring it the regular season and up to this quarterfinal game. We do want to warn our sponsors that if we go to Springfield, we will be looking for sponsor support for our broadcast because it gets a little more difficult when we have to travel and go over to Springfield. But we certainly want to continue carrying you Lady Indian softball on the radio, a free broadcast, and that's what we will be providing from Springfield. These two teams have met one time already this season over in Poplar Bluff on April 11. Clearwater getting a 1-0 win in that matchup. Clearwater's 3 losses have come to Malden, Neelyville, and Doniphan this year. Clearwater's not lost a game since that Doniphan loss on April 8th. Now, Kennett's season, they have been tested with a multi-state schedule. They have played a lot of Arkansas teams. They have also made a couple of road trips over to Kentucky. So Kennett a little more tested as far as opponents this season is concerned. And these two teams have met on 2 previous occasions throughout the history of Kennett and Clearwater. Clearwater, of course, getting the win back on April 11th. The previous matchup was all the way back in 2022, May 17th of 2022. I'm sure a lot of you Lady Indian softball fans will remember that trip over to Clearwater and Kennett getting a 12-2 10-run victory over the Lady Tigers in the Class II state tournament over in Clearwater. Matchup number 3 is coming up in a matter of moments from Indian Park. Tigers continue to take their infield and outfield practice. We'll have more pregame information right after this. But first, let me tell you, S&S Auto Sales are family-owned. At S&S, you buy there, you pay there, no credit checks, no hassles. Just walk in and drive out with that vehicle you need. 1802 Independence Avenue in Kennett, S&S Auto Sales. Back with more pregame before this quarterfinal. Kennett and Clearwater after this.
It's always a home run when you visit the all-new Home Plate Bar and Grill at the I-55 exit in Hayti. They have delicious food served up hot and fresh. Be sure to check out their daily lunch and dinner specials. Their catfish, the best around, plus chicken, shrimp, steaks, and their smash burgers will keep you coming back for more. They have 10 big screen TVs where you can catch all the big games. Be sure to like them on Facebook. Slide into home at the Home Plate Bar and Grill at the I-55 exit in Hayti. Come see Grace and Glow at the corner of Tico and First Street in Kennett. They offer 24-hour access tanning, so you can tan when you want to tan. Just $55 a month gets you unlimited tanning or single sessions for $8. They also offer the most popular weight loss shots, semaglutide and tirzepatide, plus Botox and Dysport shots, along with fillers to make you look your best. Be sure to visit their great boutique. That's Grace and Glow at the corner of Tico and First Street in Kennett.
Hey, this is Daryl Wilcoxon with Wilcoxon's Home Place on the South Bypass in Kennett, Missouri. We're getting new products in every week and would like to help. Hey, this is Daryl Wilcoxon with Wilcoxon's Home Place on the South Bypass in Kennett, Missouri. We're getting new products in every week and would like to help you make your place a show place. Living room suites, recliners, including lift chairs, bedroom suites, mattress sets with adjustable bases, appliances, and TVs. We have several payment options available Come see us at Wilcoxon's Home Place Furniture and Appliance, 901 South Bypass in Kennett, Missouri. A family furniture tradition for over 70 years.
Lady Indians win the coin toss. They will be the home team here at Indian Park as the Lady Tigers continue to take their infield and outfield practice. Here's the way the Lady Indians will come to bat in the bottom of the first inning and be in the field defensively. Hanley McAtee will be doing the pitching and lead things off for Kennett. The shortstop is Kinsley McKegg. McKegg batting second. And batting third for the Lady Indians is Avery Payne. Avery will be defensively in the field at first base. Emma Tennant will be doing the catching. She's the cleanup hitter. Lindley Patterson is the designated player and bats fifth for the Indians. Alexi Wallace will be in the field defensively, left fielder for the Indians. Lauren Barton at second base, batting sixth. Emma Claire Bodkin at third base, batting seventh. Olivia Raspberry in right field, batting eighth for the Indians. And Bailey Wilcutt, the center fielder, bats ninth for the Lady Indians. We'll take a commercial break and come back and have the starting lineups from Clearwater. The Lady Tigers, they'll be coming to the plate. And the top half of the first inning, we'll tell you about the Lady Tigers when we return to Indian Park. But first, FM Bank is one of our great broadcast sponsors. Full service, locally owned bank where all their decisions are made locally. Personal, business, agricultural loans to FM Bank. People matter. Member FDIC. Head coaches meeting with the umpires, and we're going to have first pitch very shortly here from Indian Park as we just hit 4:30, so it's going to be very close to being on schedule. Beautiful afternoon after the clouds have moved through, and we're getting set for softball. Back with more right after this.
Hello, I'm Trenton Patterson with Patterson Auto Sales in Kennett. If you're looking for a newer, late model vehicle at a great price, then you need to come see me at Patterson Auto Sales. I've worked for the big dealerships, and I can save you money off of what you pay when you buy a used car or truck at the dealership. Plus, I have several great credit options, and we can guarantee financing for anyone, regardless of credit. Come see me, Trenton Patterson, at Patterson Auto Sales, 1005 First Street in Kennett, or visit our website online at pattersonautosales.mycarsonline.com.
Baker Implement Company and Case IH are proud to support area high school athletics.
The same way we have supported our customers and the community for 86 years.
Visit any of our 13 locations in Southeast Missouri and Northeast Arkansas to experience the power of red and the service and support that has kept customers coming back since 1938.
Case IH and Baker Implement Company, supporting our community on the field and in your field.
We are pioneers, dreamers, the ones they said would never make it, and the ones still trying. We're lifesavers, life changers, those who bring life to your world. We're where compassion meets precision and empowerment meets innovation. An expert system of care where love abounds so that God can do the impossible. We are NEA Baptist.
Year after year, you can rely on the experts at Greenpoint Ag in Deering to work alongside you for more profitable acres. Greenpoint Ag is among the leaders in ag technology and will deliver better results for you, our area farmers. Contact Greenpoint Ag today for more information, 573-757-6253, or stop in Greenpoint Ag on Highway J in Deering. Greenpoint Ag is proud to be part of the Deering community and supports our area youth. Greenpoint Ag wishes you and your family happy holidays and a profitable new year.
Head coaches Logan Dollins for the Lady Indians and Coach Timothy Green for the Lady Tigers of Clearwater still meeting with the umpires here at home plate before we get this one underway. It's a windy afternoon after the rain clouds have moved through the area and the wind kind of swirling here, but most of it blowing from right to left across the field. And right now, the wind even looks like it's blowing straight in from center field, and the flags will switch around and help any ball hit in the field out to left field. As Kennett wins the toss, they'll be in the field to start this ball game. Century 21 SEMO Realtors, one of our great broadcast sponsors. See the experts at Century 21 SEMO Realtors. If you're buying or selling property, 573-888-5888. We'll listen to Lance Penn. He'll have the introductions of the starting lineups here from Indian Park.
Number 11, Alexis Alden. Number 15, Bailey Deckard. And number 18, Natalie Henson. And now for the starters. Number 3, Grace Allen. Number 12, Georgia Eaton. Number 16, Reagan Shearer. Number 5, Jenna Alcorn. Number 21, Peyton Hurt. Number 7, Miley Graham. Number 13, Abby Gingrey. Number 24, Adrian Hewitt. Number 4, Jordan Patterson. And number 14, Aaliyah Barfield. The head coach for the Lady Tigers is Tim Green, assisted by David Rowald, Jerry Alcorn, and Emily Burns. And now for the home team, non-starters, the Kennett Lady Indians. Number 18, Cheyenne Hollins. Number 11, Molly Payne. The starters for the Lady Indians. Number 1, Hanley McAtee. Number 6, Kinsley McKegg. Number 19, Avery Payne. Number 9, Emma Tennant. Number 22, Lindley Patterson. Number 2, Lauren Barton. Number 10, Emma Claire Bodkin. Number 12, Olivia Raspberry. Number 4, Bailey Wilcutt. And number 5, Lexi Wallace. The head coach for the Lady Indians is Logan Dollins, assisted by Jessica Baker and Caroline Byers.
All right, first pitch from Indian Park coming up right after this.
Kennett Girls Softball Association is a proud sponsor of Kennett Indian Softball. Their goal is to promote the game of softball as well as stress the importance of sportsmanship to girls in Kennett and the surrounding areas. Registrations are currently being accepted until March 29th for softball and baseball at Baker, Wellman Brown, and Farm Bureau. Get those kiddos signed up for a summer of fun.
Looking for a place to live or grow your business in Kennett? Gardner Properties offers clean, quality residential and commercial rentals with a full-time maintenance crew and monthly inspections to keep everything in top condition. They're known for building and buying to suit new and relocating businesses in the area. Every improvement they make reflects their commitment to keeping the town looking its best. Call 573-752-1442 or stop by 1012 St. Francis Street in Kennett to see what they can do for you.
Hi, Kennett Indian fans. This is Stephanie Pierce with Dubs Clothing at 709 First Street in Kennett, Missouri. Here at Dubs, we value connection to our community by offering a variety of quality men's and children's clothing, accessories, and grooming products. You can also find accessories and gift items for the ladies. Nothing speaks connection to the community like Kennett Indian football. And here at Dubs Clothing, we are all in. Wishing all athletes and coaches a safe and successful season. Roll Tribe.
Thanks to all of our sponsors who have brought you Kennett Indian softball all season long. And again, we'll be looking for sponsors for the Final Four if the Lady Indians can advance. And that first game for the Final Four will be on Monday, Memorial Day, over in Springfield. Century 21 SEMO Realtors, one of our great broadcast sponsors. See the experts at Century 21 SEMO Realtors. If you're buying or selling property, 888-5888. Century 21 SEMO Realtors. We appreciate their sponsorship. As Hanley McAtee, Kennett senior right-hander, will be in the circle for this one and face these Lady Tigers. Again, Lady Tigers getting a 1-0 victory when these two teams played back in April over in Poplar Bluff. Grace Allen will lead things off, the shortstop for Clearwater, right-handed hitter facing Hanley McAtee. Again, the wind is swirling. Outfielders will have to pay attention this afternoon, as it would be easy to misplay a fly ball the way the wind's swirling around, sometimes blowing out to left, sometimes blowing in from center. You just don't know. As Allen's ready, and McAtee's first pitch to the plate is a called strike one. Emma Claire Bodkin at third, in just a touch, as Payne doing the same down at first base. Now the 0-1 pitch to Allen. Foul tip. That's strike two. Emma Tennant fires it back to Hanley McAtee, and it's 0-2 to the leadoff hitter for the Lady Tigers here. This Class 2 quarterfinal. The 0-2 to Allen. Bounces at the plate, ball one. Lance Penn alongside, but he's doing triple duty. He's doing the PA announcing, the official scorebook, and also keeping the scoreboard this afternoon. Normally my sidekick for their radio broadcast. We'll have him back tomorrow for Kennett in the district championship game against Fredericktown. Ball two sails high and back to the backstop. 2-2 now the count to Grace Allen, leading things off here in this quarterfinal matchup. Kennett outfield shading around a little bit to the right side to the leadoff hitter for the Lady Tigers. 0-2 the count. McAtee's 0-2 pitch. This pitch stays high, and the count goes full. 3-2 to Grace Allen. Big crowd here at Indian Park. They're lined up in the bleachers, setting along the sidelines and out on the hilltop. Lots of folks looking in at the action this afternoon. Beautiful afternoon after the rain showers move through a little after 2. Changeup is high, and after being ahead 0-2, Handley with 4 straight misses issues the leadoff walk. And down to first base is Allen. Georgia Eaton, third baseman, will come to the plate. Lady Indians automatically start coming in at the corners. Bodkin at third comes about a third of the way down toward home. Payne doing the same down at first base as Eaton is ready, and she'll take the first pitch for a strike on the inside corner. A leadoff walk, Allen at first here in the top of the first inning. Clearwater and Kennett, great to have you along. Pay-per-view video broadcast on Misha.tv, and we're on the radio, 98.7 WGCQ. This pitch is a strike. Runner goes to second, and sliding in there safely is Allen with a stolen base. Pretty close play down there. McCagg coming over to take the throw, but Allen reaches safely. She's in scoring position. 0-2 the count to Eaton. See if Hanley can retire, get the first out here in the inning with Allen at second now. This pitch is low. Tennant with a nice stop there. Field is in very good condition. There was a lot of water in the outfield once they pulled the tarp off, but lots of work out there getting things dried out for this ball game. Now the 1-2 pitch, a changeup and a swing and a miss. There's out number one. Nice off-speed delivery. Allen at second base now with one down, and the left-handed batting catcher, Reagan Shearer, will come to the plate. Infield now at regular depth. The wind continues to swirl. Sometimes it blows papers inside our window here back behind the backstop. This ball to the backstop, and that will get Allen to third base with one out in the inning on the wild pitch. Lots of ways Shearer can drive in the first run of this ball game. The left-handed hitting catcher back of the box, and McAtee delivers the pitch home. It's popped up and just over the backstop and out of play. Evens the count, 1-1. Ultimate Fitness, one of our great broadcast sponsors, 24-hour access, modern up-to-date equipment. You can work out on your own schedule at Ultimate Fitness at 1012 St. Francis Street in Kennett. Go by and see them. Get you a great membership plan and get to working out. Change up, sails over the head of the batter. That's ball 2, 2-1 the count. Allen stays at third. Is not a lot of room between home plate and the backstop, and Tenna was on that one quickly. Emma Tenna. 2-1 the count to Shearer. Allen, the base runner, at third. A walk and a couple of stolen bases. Here's the ball high. 3-1 now to Shearer. Alcorn, the cleanup hitter in the on-deck circle. Shearer back in the box. Hanley with a 3-1 pitch. Way over the head of the batter to the backstop, and that's ball 4. Couple of walks in the inning, and now runners at the corners and one out for the cleanup hitter, Jenna Alcorn. She's a right-handed hitter. Hanley struggling early on a little bit with her control. Normally spot on. She's missing high with several of these pitches to Clearwater, and they haven't chased after a lot of them. One strikeout and a couple of walks. Runners at the corners, and the first pitch is in there for a strike. The runner will take second without a throw. That one right in there to Alcorn. Now Shearer is in scoring position. Alcorn might have been taking that one to give Shearer an opportunity to take off down at second base. Now a couple of runners in scoring position. 0-1 count on the Clearwater first baseman. This pitch is in there for a called strike at the knees, and now it's 0-2 to Jenna Alcorn. Strikeout here would be big for the Lady Indians. Couple of runners in scoring position for Clearwater here in the top of the first. With one down, the 0-2. Change up stays high, ball 1. 1-2 the count. Overcast skies here at the ballpark at the moment. We've had some bright sunshine and now overcast skies, but nothing that looks threatening this afternoon after the clouds and rain moved through earlier. Ball is popped back to the backstop, and the count remains 1-2 to Alcorn. Hanley continues to do a little dirt work out in the landing area right at the front of the circle. 1-2 the count. Shearer at second, Allen at third. This changeup stays a little bit high, and the count goes 2-2 now. Again, Hanley got out to a 0-2 count on the batter. Now it's 2-2. McAtee's 2-2 pitch. Popped up, and it's going to get in foul territory, just shy of the batting cage down the right field line. Up here in the booth, you have to lean around and look around. Lance Penn doing the same from his right-hand window here in the ballpark. Lots of folks here enjoying the ball game. 2-2 the count to Jenna Alcorn, the cleanup hitter. Runners at second and third and one out in the top of the first. With Clearwater threatening the 2-2 pitch. This one's popped up. It's going to go out over the backstop and out of play. Hurt, the second baseman, in the on-deck circle. Peyton Hurt's just a freshman. But first, this cleanup hitter, Jenna Alcorn, another freshman. The 2-2 pitch. This one's hit out in the center field. Bailey Wilcutt goes back, and this ball off the base of the fence in right center field. The throw's going to come into third base, and now the runner's going to go to third and reach in there safely with a 2 RBI triple to left center field. Well, the freshman got a hold of that one and hit it to the base of the fence in left center field. Wilcutt got it back in, but not before the 2 on base score, and that makes it 2-0. Lady Tigers still 1 out in the inning, and Alcorn comes through. Another freshman, Peyton Hurt, the second baseman, will now bat with 1 down, and Alcorn at third as she's in scoring position. Now time is called. The last meeting between these two teams, it was 2-1 in favor of Clearwater. This pitch on the outside, just off the outside corner for ball 1. Actually, that score was 1-0 in that previous matchup with Kennett. Clearwater already with 2 on the board. This ball fouled out of play, and the count now 1-1, I believe. On Peyton Hurt. It is 1-1. Home plate umpire holding up the pitch count. 1-1 pitch. Outside corner is a called strike. 1-2 the count to Hurt. It's very, very rare you have a softball game that ends 1-0. So both these teams in double digits average on runs per ball game. And there's a swing and a miss. That's out number 2, and a big strikeout there. Remaining at third is Alcorn, and Miley Graham will come to the plate. The sophomore, right-handed hitter. I think Kennett would feel fortunate to get out of this inning, only giving up a couple of runs. Swing and a miss, strike 1. I think Coach Logan Dollins on his coach's show after that loss to Clearwater said it's just one of those games we couldn't get the hits when we needed to and just couldn't get them across. Swing and a miss, 2 quick strikes on the batter, Miley Graham. 2-0 Clearwater. We're in the top of the first inning now, 2 down. Kennett trying to get out number 3 and go grab the bats. Graham back in the box, and Hanley McAtee's 30th pitch of the inning is a called strike on the inside corner. That'll do it. Indians will come to the plate, and they trail 2-0. And coming up for the Indians, it will be McAtee, McCagg, Payne, Tenon, if anyone can reach. Back to Indian Park right after this.
At Farm Credit Southeast Missouri, we know that the days of parking your equipment in the shed after a long harvest and taking it easy for a while no longer exist. The business of farming is much more complex. We've been in the ag lending business for over 100 years, and we are ready to help your operation reach its best potential. We've got the loan and crop insurance products and the experience right here ready to serve you. We are your ag lender.
Your ag lender will always be there.
Contact Matthew Poole or Nathan Creed at 888-6624.
In Kennett, we know our community because we're a part of it. At Kennett Board of Public Works, we're local just like you. That means we're just minutes away. With fast response times, we're here for emergencies, ensuring your internet is restored quickly. We offer reliable, high-speed internet to keep your home and business connected. Kennett Board of Public Works, we're your local team, keeping you connected. Here when you need us, always.
Kennett Bowling Lanes, one of our great broadcast sponsors. Of course, they have the great bowling, the skating rink, the arcade games, even the laser tag. Lots to do. Always great food Great fun at the Kennett Bowling Lanes, 1315 St. Francis in Kennett, one of our great broadcast sponsors. Hanley McAtee will lead things off for the Lady Indians, and Abby Gingrey will be in the circle. Abby wears the lucky number 13. She's another youngster on this ball club, just a sophomore. Career hits leader in the state of Missouri will step to the plate and lead things off for the Lady Indians. Hanley set that record about midway through this season and just added to that total. First pitch to Hanley is high, ball one. A couple of walks turned into runs for Clearwater in the top half of the first inning after a triple drives the 2 runs in. Next pitch to Hanley. Here's a strike in there on the outside corner. 1-1 the count to McAtee. Eaton at third, about even with the bag. First baseman Alcorn, she's about even with the bag. Outfield plays McAtee around just a bit to pull. 1-1 to Hanley. He strokes it in the left field, and that'll add to her career hits total with a single to left field. And that's how the Lady Indians get started in this ball game. It's a line drive to left. Graham gets it back in quickly, and the leadoff runner, or base runner, is Hanley McAtee with good speed at first base. Kinsley McKegg, the shortstop for the Indians, comes to the plate. Kennett Jr. Kinsley acts like she might be thinking about laying that one down and pulls it back and takes a ball high. Ball one. 2-0 Clearwater. So we play in the bottom of the first inning. Leadoff single for Kennett. Hanley McAtee, and now McKegg with a 1-0 count. She'll take this one low for ball two. Second baseman Hurt coming over to cover the bag after McKegg showing bunt. Alcorn, the first baseman, coming in. Eaton also coming in. Now the 2-0 pitch to McKegg. She'll take it for a strike on the inside corner. Eaton was then about 10 steps of home plate that time when the ball crossed the plate. Hanley, or if Kinsley puts it in play, it might get by the first baseman or third baseman. So they're coming in. She tries this bunt and misses it. Now it's 2-2. Might have just got a piece of that, but now it's 2-2 to McKegg. McAtee still at first base. Kinsley back in the box. The 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike number one here in the bottom half of the first inning. McKegg down on strikes, and Avery Payne will bat. Kennett first baseman, the right-handed hitter. Avery. One of the Kennett sophomores on this team. Trying to move McAtee around after a leadoff single. This pitch is a ball just off the outside corner of the plate. Avery stands back in. Wind swirling here at Indian Park at the moment, blowing straight in from center field. The 1-0 pitch. Avery takes this one for a called strike, evens the count 1-1. Shearer is the catcher, and evidently Shearer has a pretty good arm because Hanley hasn't attempted to steal a second so far. Here's a strike on the outside corner to Avery Payne, and now it's 1-2 to Avery. Emma Tennant in the on-deck circle for Kennett. One of the Kennett seniors. Now the 1-2 pitch. Foul back to the screen. Avery stays alive. With a 1-2 count. Truly Posh, one of our great broadcast sponsors, the Women's Boutique, offering a variety of clothing, shoes, and accessories. 405 First Street in Kennett. Go by and see them. Truly Posh. See if Avery Payne can come up with a big hit, and she hits it out in the center field. Center fielder back a couple of steps. Patterson makes the play, fires it back in quickly. That wind blowing in held that one up just a little bit. And Avery Payne flies out to center field for out number 2 here in the bottom of the first inning. So 2 down, and that brings up Emma Tennant, Kennett catcher. See if Emma can give one a ride. Again, the wind blowing straight in from center field right now at the ballpark. First pitch is outside and low to Emma, ball 1. 2 outs after leadoff single. Handley McAtee still at first base. So we approach 5 o'clock here at this quarterfinal game. The winner goes to the Final Four. The 1-0 pitch. Foul tip. 1-1 the count. Now to Emma Tennant, our broadcast on 98.7 WGCQ. Hayti, Kennett. AM 1540, KBOA AM Kennett. Our 2 broadcast stations on the KTMO audio streaming platforms, social platforms. Ball is outside, 2-1 to Emma Tennant. In addition to our radio broadcast, we have a pay-per-view video stream on Misha.tv. The 2-1 pitch to Tennant. Tama slaps it over the third baseman Eaton's head for a 2-out single. McAtee will stop down at second, so 2 on and 2 outs now for the Indians. Couple of hits in the inning. Couple of line drives to left field. So McAtee at second, Tennant at first, and that brings up Lindley Patterson. Kennett left-handed hitter, one of the Kennett sophomores. Lindley has got lots of power. She'll foul the first one out of play, strike 1. Good cut that time by Lindley. The 0-1 pitch from Gingrey. Well, that's a called strike. And it's 0-2 now to Patterson. See if Lindley can protect, put this one in play, the 0-2 pitch, and she'll hit it up the middle, and that's a base hit. Here comes McAtee around third. She will score on the play. And 2 on and 2 outs again for the Indians, and they pull a little closer with an RBI single by Lindley Patterson. There's a hard ground ball right up the middle. That's all Lindley had to do. McAtee comes in and scores on the last play. Now here's Lauren Barton, another left-handed hitter for the Lady Indians. 2-1 now, Clearwater with the lead. Lauren takes this one on the outside corner for called strike 1. Kennett senior Lauren Barton. Tennant at second. Lauren takes this one high for a ball. Gingrey's pitch count now 22 here in the first inning, but the softball pitcher's accustomed to throwing a lot of pitches. Now the 1-1 pitch headed home. Off-speed delivery, and Lauren swings and misses. Count 1-2 on Barton. Tennant at second, Patterson at first. RBI single by Patterson. And now Barton swings and misses. So Kennett strands a couple of runners, but they get one, and it's 2-1 as we go to the second. It'll be Clearwater coming to bat when we return to Indian Park right after this.
Eat, play, and have a blast at Let's Roll Paragould. From bowling, duck pin, and laser tag to 45 arcade games and a full restaurant, Let's Roll Paragould is packed with fun for everyone. Both alleys feature state-of-the-art NeoSurf systems. And with over 50 TVs, you won't miss a second of your favorite game. Visit Let'sRollParagould.com for birthday packages, daily specials, group deals, or to reserve your lane. Let's Roll Paragould, 2707 West Kings Highway in Paragould, where good times roll 7 days a week.
Who doesn't love being number one? When your team's dominating the standings, or your favorite band rocks the charts at number one, it feels good, right? Kind of like how it feels when you have auto insurance with State Farm. Because making you feel like number one is an honor your local State Farm agent takes seriously. Through the good times and not so good, your State Farm agent's proud to be here to help life go right.
See State Farm agent Greg Wilson in Kennett. Call 888-4913.
Top of the second we go. It'll be 7, 8, and 9 for Clearwater. Gingrey the pitcher, and then Hood and Patterson. Hanley McAtee starts her second inning of work. 3 hits for the Indians in the inning, and they get a run. Couple of walks in the first inning for Clearwater, and then a 2 RBI triple. Leaves us at 2-1. Gingrey, the pitcher, right-handed batter, steps to the plate. Abby, another one of the sophomores on this ball club. Young team for Clearwater. Hanley McAtee's first pitch headed home. Low, ball 1. Lots of folks in lawn chairs out beyond center field. Watching the action this afternoon. The bleachers are filled up here at Indian Park. Lawn chairs around the fences here watching this one. Big crowd. 1-0 pitch to Gingrey is low. Ball 2, 2-0. Hanley's 2-0 pitch. This one's low, ball 3. First 3 have missed the zone from McAtee. Kennett outfield straight away. Infield at regular depth. A 3-0 count. Abby probably be taking one here from McAtee as she leads off the second. And there's a strike in there. 3-1 the count. McAtee gets the sign from her catcher, Emma Tennant. 3-1 pitch. Strike on the outside corner. 3-2 now the count to Gingrey. Clearwater fans have came out in force as they travel over to Kennett. Great atmosphere for this one, the 3-2 pitch. Strike call at the knees, and there's out number 1 here in the top of the second as Gingrey was caught looking. Adrian Hood will come to the plate. She is the designated player, so hitting in the 8th position. A right-handed hitter facing McAtee. She's just a freshman. She stands in and takes strike 1 from McAtee. Tell you what, these freshmen are in a pressure situation in this ball game. Several of the Kennett players have been here and done that, but these sophomores and freshmen for Clearwater getting the first experience at a quarterfinal. This one fouled back. And the count 0-2 to Hewitt. So far, they haven't seemed phased at all. I don't know what that hit. Did that hit the light? Okay, it hit the light pole. 0-2 the count. 1 down, nobody on here. The top of the second for Clearwater. They lead 2-1. The 0-2 pitch is low, ball 1. Patterson is in the on-deck circle. Got a couple of Pattersons in the ball game. Lindley Patterson drove in the first run for Kennett with an RBI single back up the middle. Now the 1-2 pitch. A little bit low, ball 2. Didn't miss by much. 2-2 the count on Hewitt. One down, nobody on. Top of the second. Clearwater up 2-1. Kennett senior Hanley McAtee stands back on. Gets the sign from Tennant. The 2-2 pitch headed home. Check swing, and that's called strike 3. 2 outs now in the top of the second. And the number 9 hitter, Jordan Patterson, will come to the plate. Jordan is a junior on this Clearwater Lady Tiger team. McAtee with the first pitch. Swing and a miss, strike one. Emma Tennant gets the sign to Hanley. The 0-1 pitch, a swing and a miss, and it's quickly 0-2. Hanley tries to strike out the side here in the top of the second. Send her team back up to the plate and trying to get a little offense together. Trailing 2-1. Now the 0-2 pitch. Fouled off as Patterson stays alive, 0-2. Know a lot of Clearwater fans also tuning in this afternoon, so we welcome you to our broadcast, of course. Two good ball clubs matching up here in this quarterfinal. Now the 0-2 pitch to Patterson. Change up and a swing and a miss. 1, 2, 3. Lady Tigers retired in the second. Kennett's turn when we return to Indian Park. They trail Clearwater 2-1.
McMahon Trucking isn't new to the road. It all started back in the 1940s with Bill McMahon, serving farmers and elevators for over 70 years. Now Bob McMahon carries on the tradition. After 42 years in truck repair and towing, he's back in the family business, fully licensed and insured with well-maintained equipment and dependable service you can count on. Call McMahon Trucking today at 573-888-7256. It's always a home run when you visit the all-new Home Plate Bar and Grill at the I-55 exit in Hayti. They have delicious food served up hot and fresh. Be sure to check out their daily lunch and dinner specials. Their catfish, the best around, plus chicken, shrimp, steaks, and their smash burgers will keep you coming back for more. They have 10 big screen TVs where you can catch all the big games. Be sure to like them on Facebook. Slide into home at the Home Plate Bar and Grill at the I-55 exit in Hayti.
Bottom of the second we go. It'll be Bodkin, Raspberry, and Wilcott due up for the Lady Indians. Clearwater up 2-1 as we go to the bottom of the second. S&S Auto Sales, one of our great broadcast sponsors. At S&S, you can buy there, you pay there, no credit checks, no hassles. You walk in, you find the vehicle you want, and you drive out. That's simple at S&S Auto Sales. 1802 Independence Avenue, right here in Kennett. We appreciate their sponsorship of our broadcast. Emma Claire Bodkin will lead things off for the Lady Indians. One of the Kennett seniors trying to get things started here in the second. Kennett trailing 2-1. First pitch is low, ball one. Abby Gingrey. You can tell Abby's just brimming with confidence out there in the circle. She's will deliver this one to the plate, and it's fouled straight back to the backstop. Evens the count 1-1. Hanley McAtee has struck out the last 5 hitters she's faced, so Hanley has really settled down in this ball game. Now the 1-1 pitch. Line drive right to center field, and reaching up, Patterson makes the catch. Almost got over Patterson's head. That ball just kept going and going, but again, that wind swirling might have held that one up a bit. And there's out number 1 here in the bottom of the second, but hit right on the nose by Emma Claire Bodkin. Olivia Raspberry now the hitter for Kennett. Olivia takes a strike on the inside corner. Olivia, one of the Kennett sophomores. Right fielder for the Lady Indians. Both these teams have a lot of young players getting their first taste of state tournament play here. The 0-1 from Gingrey headed home. Changeup is fouled straight back. And the count 0-2 now to Olivia. It's 2-1 in favor of Clearwater as we play in the bottom of the second inning. One out, nobody on for Kennett. A hard hit ball by Emma Claire Bodkin to center field, but that was out number one. Changeup is high, ball 1-2 the count. Now to Raspberry. Gingrey looks over toward her dugout. Now looks down at her wristband on her left wrist. Gets the play call. And there's a little looper rack up the middle. Scooped by Allen at short. And a nice play by the shortstop for Clearwater. She throws out Olivia Raspberry for out number 2. Little short hop that time on the dying line drive back up the middle. And Allen played it perfectly. 2 outs, nobody on for Bailey Wilcutt. Kennett Jr., she chokes up, left-handed hitter, and lots of speed for Bailey. She puts it in play. The defensive players have to make a perfect play on it. She ducks out of the way of this one. Ball 1 to Bailey. Bailey's almost like a second leadoff hitter for the Lady Indians in that number 9 spot. 1-0 pitch to Bailey. She'll foul it back over the backstop and out of play. 1-1 the count to Bailey Wilcutt. 2-1 Clearwater. 2 down, bottom of the second. Lady Indians at the plate. Hanley McAtee in the on-deck circle for Kennett if Bailey can reach here. 1-1 the count on Wilcutt. Now time is called. Home plate umpire. Now we're ready to go. Bailey stands back in, and Abby Gingrey, the right-hander, with the pitch. Swing and a miss. 1-2 the count now to Wilcutt. Sun pops through the clouds, and the wind once again blows from right field across the field toward the left field line. 1-2 the count. The Kennett Jr. Bailey Wilcutt. Bailey foul tips it. Stays alive. 1-2. Bailey's ready. The 1-2 pitch again to the plate. This one's high, ball 2. 2-2. Two outs, nobody on for the Lady Indians. First 2 retired. Bailey takes it low, and the count goes full. 3-2. The big 2-out base runner if Wilcutt can reach here in front of Hanley McAtee. Bailey stands back in. 3-2 the count with 2 down. She'll swing and miss, and that'll do it. 1-2-3. Lady Indians retired in the second. We will go to the top of the third, the top of the order, due up for Clearwater when we return in a 2-1 ball game. Lady Tigers lead this one back to Indian Park right after this.
Come see Grace and Glow at the corner of Tico and 1st Street in Kennett. They offer 24-hour access tanning, so you can tan when you want to tan. Just $55 a month gets you unlimited tanning or single sessions for $8. They also offer the most popular weight loss shots, semaglutide and tirzepatide, plus Botox and Dysport shots, along with fillers to make you look your best. Be sure to visit their great boutique. That's Grace and Glow at the corner of Tico and 1st Street in Kennett.
Hey, this is Daryl Wilcoxon with Wilcoxon's Home Place on the South Bypass in Kennett, Missouri. We're getting new products in every week and would like to help you make your place a show place. Living room suites, recliners, including lift chairs, bedroom suites, mattress sets with adjustable bases, appliances, and TVs. We have several payment options available. Come see us at Wilcoxon's Home Place Furniture and Appliance, 901 South Bypass in Kennett, Missouri. A family furniture tradition for over 70 years.
Thanks to Daryl and Gary Wilcoxon and all the folks at Wilcoxon's Home Place Furniture, always one of our great Kennett broadcast sponsors. Enjoy having Daryl with me for football season. It's always a pleasure having Daryl up in the booth. Throw down to second. We go to the third. Grace Allen, who drew a leadoff walk and scored the first run for Clearwater, will lead things off. 2-1 Clearwater. Hanley has struck out the last 5 batters that she has faced. Sun pops through the clouds once again here at Indian Park. Now time is called. Maybe a little miscommunication between Tennant and Hanley McAtee. Do they use PitchCom in softball? Okay, they use the PitchCom too. I knew they used it in baseball, but they also use the PitchCom in softball. Here's a strike one in there on the outside corner. 0-1, the count to Grace Allen. Shortstop made a nice play. Out in the field in the last inning. Now the 0-1. Swing and a miss quickly. 0-2 to Grace. Allen and Eaton both reached on walks and eventually came around to score with a triple in the first inning. Now the 0-2. Swing and a miss. That's 6 strikeouts in a row for the Kennett senior hurler, Hanley McAtee. 1 out here in the third, and Georgia Eaton will bat. Actually, Georgia did not walk her first at bat as she was a strikeout victim. Shearer then drew a walk. This pitch a little bit high, ball 1 to Eaton. One out here in the top of the third. Clearwater leads 2-1. Back to the top of the order, second time through the lineup for Clearwater. There's a strike on the outside corner. Eaton stands back in. Hanley McAtee looking for her 7th straight strikeout. Delivers the pitch. Change up and a swing and a miss. Actually, that's strike 2. So it's 1-2 now on the batter. Georgia Eaton. Kennett will have the top of their lineup up in the bottom half of the third. So just like Clearwater does in the top half of the third. Now the 1-2 pitch to Eaton. Fouled back. Eaton stays alive. And the count remains 1-2. Shearer, the catcher, in the on-deck circle. FM Bank, your full-service, locally owned bank, where they make all their decisions locally. Personal, business, agricultural loans to FM Bank. People matter. Member FDIC, one of our great sponsors. This ball stroked out the left field, coming on. Wallace tries to make the catch right around the shoe tops. It gets by her, and the runner's going to go to third, and a throw to third, and out at third is the runner. A great play by Wallace getting it in, the relay to third. All I saw was an air conditioner, Lance Penn, but I think the way the Lady Indians celebrate, and they say out. That ball just down around Wallace's shoe tops on the line drive. She tried to catch it in the air. It's a double. And then Eaton, trying to go to third on the play, was thrown out. And a good defensive play for the Lady Indians. And now the base is empty and 2 down for Reagan Shearer. Reagan walked her first at bat, left-handed hitter, and takes ball 1 here. Having Eaton at third base with only 1 out would have been big for Clearwater. Lexi Wallace was in that no man's land. She didn't know whether to set back and take it on a hop or try to catch it, but she didn't hesitate. She came right in and tried to make the catch. When she couldn't, it went all the way to the fence, and she hustled back there. Outside is ball 2. 2-0 to Shearer. Cleanup hitter Alcorn, the first baseman in the on-deck circle. I see an air conditioner, but I saw the reaction of the Kennett infielders and outfielders, and it was. Ball 3 is outside to Shearer from Hanley McAtee. Everything was perfect. The relay throw in and the tag by Emma Claire Bodkin over at third base. McKeag, the cutoff, made a good throw in from Lexi Wallace, who was out at the fence. Swinging on a 3-0, and a swing and a miss is Reagan Shearer. 3-1. Wind currently blowing from right to left here at Indian Park. Change up, hit slowly down the first base line. Payne will step on the bag, and 1-2-3. Clearwater retired in the third after some excitement by Eaton, trying to stretch a double into a triple. Kennett bats, bottom of the third. They trail Clearwater 2-1 when we return to Indian Park right after this.
Hello, I'm Trenton Patterson with Patterson Auto Sales in Kennett. If you're looking for a newer, late model vehicle at a great price, then you need to come see me at Patterson Auto Sales. I've worked for the big dealerships, and I can save you money off of what you pay when you buy a used car or truck at the dealership. Plus, I have several great credit options, and we can guarantee financing for anyone, regardless of credit. Come see me, Trenton Patterson, at Patterson Auto Sales, 1005 First Street in Kennett, or visit our website online at pattersonautosales.mycarsonline.com.
Baker Implement Company and Case IH are proud to support area high school athletics.
The same way we have supported our customers and the community for 86 years.
Visit any of our 13 locations in Southeast Missouri and Northeast Arkansas to experience the power of red and the service and support that has kept customers coming back since 1938.
Case IH and Baker Implement Company, supporting our community on the field and in your field.
Bottom of the third we go, top of the order. Coming up for Kennett, McAtee, McKeag, and Payne. 10 and if anyone can reach. Abby Gingrey back out in the circle, taking her warm-up tosses. Abby's been very effective. Looking at the totals so far in this ball game, the pitchers have both been very good so far. Hanley's giving up a couple of hits so far in the ball game. Gingrey has given up 3 hits in the ball game. After a couple of walks, Hanley allowed a couple of runs, and Gingrey's run was also earned. Hanley started the Kennett rally with a base hit in the first inning. Ball 1 outside to Hanley McAtee. Outfield plays McAtee around the pool. McAtee with a line drive single to left, her first at bat. Hanley takes this one high, ball 2. Lots of room in right center field. And again, the wind kind of blowing from the right field foul pole across to the left field foul pole. Not so much helping balls hit in the air. There's a strike on the outside corner to Hanley. 2-1 to count. We've also seen the flags blowing straight in here at center field. Beautiful ballpark. Great playing surface here at Indian Park. Both baseball and softball. Now the 2-1 pitch to Hanley. Strokes it to second. Off the second baseman. Picks it up and throws to first. Just in time for the out. Nice recovery by Hurt. She kept it in front of her, picked it up with a bare hand. That's the only play that she had, and throws out McAtee at first base for out number 1. Kinsley McKeag will bat. Kinsley 0 for 1. First at bat, she was a strikeout victim facing Gingrey. Kinsley takes a strike on the outside corner. One of the Kennett juniors on the squad. Oh, 1 pitch to McKeag. Swing and a miss. It's 0-2 to Kinsley. 2-1 our score. Clearwater with 2 in the top of the first. Kennett got a couple in that second inning. Now got 1 in the second. This pitch outside. Ball 1 to McKegg, 1-2. Kinsley swings and misses at this offering, and that's another strikeout recorded by Abby Gingrey for out number 2. 2 outs, nobody on for Avery Payne. Avery flied out on a well-hit ball to center field, her first at bat. Now Patterson shades over just straight away to center field. See if Avery can give one a ride here. Tie this ball game up. Outside, ball 1. It's a 3-person officiating crew here in these state tournament games. Home plate umpire and an umpire down the first base line and third base line with nobody on. 1-0 pitch. Outside is ball 2. Good eye that time for Avery. Wouldn't go for it. Emma Tennant in the on deck circle for Kennett. Sophomore Avery Payne is ready. The 2-0 pitch to Avery. Outside ball 3, 3-0. Avery represents the tying run as we play with 2 outs here in the bottom of the third. 3-0 pitch. Change up is high and a 2-out walk puts Avery Payne at first base. Emma Tennant had a hit her first at bat. Will come to the plate as they'll visit with the pitcher Gingrey here. Emma singled on a line drive to left. One of the Kennett 3 hits in the ball game so far. Tennant with one of those hits. Hanley McAtee with a hit, and Lindley Patterson with the RBI hit to get the Lady Indians run in the bottom of the first inning. Emma also with a lot of power. Fans out in the outfield holding their hands up. They'd like to catch one out there in right center field from Emma Tennant. They're looking in from the outfield and all around softball field here at Indian Park. Gingrey's first pitch, Emma fouls it straight back. Pretty good cut, but fouled it straight back for strike 1. Lindley Patterson in the on-deck circle. Payne, the base runner at first for Kennett. Emma Tennant, the hitter. Pitch to Emma. This one's low. Ball 1. 1-1 the count to Tennant. Now time is called by Emma, grounded by the home plate umpire. 1-1 pitch to Tennant. Outside is ball 2. 2-1. Runner at first. The tying run in the ball game is Payne. Avery drew a 2-out walk. Now Emma Tennant with a 2-1 count. Looks to do some damage. Outside is ball 3. 3-1. Patterson in the on-deck circle for Kennett. Two down. Payne at first on the 3-1 pitch to Emma Tennant. Emma pops it over the backstop and out of play, and the count goes full 3-2. Payne will be off with a pitch with 2 outs and a full count. Beautiful afternoon for softball here at Indian Park. We'll be back tomorrow with baseball in the Class 4 District 1 championship game. Ball is hit out to left center field. It's back, and it's gone! The Lady Indians take a 3-2 lead. Emma Tennant will touch them all. She's mobbed at home plate by her teammates, and the Lady Indians now lead it 3-2. Boy, that ball just kept going and going. Center fielder and left fielder went over, but sails over the fence. Patterson and Graham out there. And now Lindley Patterson for Kennett will bat with 2 outs and nobody on. Now Kennett with a 3-2 lead. Lindley, an RBI single, back up the middle, her first at bat. Again, Lindley Patterson just looks like a hitter when she stands at the plate. Always has. Big home run at Park Hills last year in the state playoffs. Ground ball to short. Allen fields, and the throw is just in time. Bang, bang play at first. But that'll do it. 2-run homer by Emma Tennant. And the Indians now lead it 3-2 as we go to the top of the 4th. Clearwater bats when we return right after this.
We are pioneers, dreamers, the ones they said would never make it, and the ones still trying. We're lifesavers, life changers, those who bring life to your world. We're where compassion meets precision and empowerment meets innovation. An expert system of care where love abounds so that God can do the impossible. We are NEA Baptist.
Year after year, you can rely on the experts at Greenpoint Ag in Deering to work alongside you for more profitable acres. Greenpoint Ag is among the leaders in ag technology and will deliver better results for you, our area farmers. Contact Greenpoint Ag today for more information, 573-757-6253, or stop in Greenpoint Ag on Highway J in Deering. Greenpoint Ag is proud to be part of the Deering community and supports our area youth. Greenpoint Ag wishes you and your family happy holidays and a profitable new year.
Top of the 4th we go. It's 3-2 Kennett after a 2-run homer. Propels Kennett for their first lead of the ball game. Big hit by Emma Tennant over the left center field fence. The crowd went crazy. Now the cleanup hitter for Clearwater will bat, facing Hanley McAtee, Jenny Alcorn. Jenna tripled and drove in the 2 Clearwater runs, her first at bat. Now batting with the bases empty and takes ball 1 high from the Kennett senior, Hanley McAtee. Excitement at Indian Park this afternoon. Great to have you along if you're listening or watching a broadcast. 1-0 pitch headed home. This one's low, ball 2. 2-0 to Jenna Alcorn. It's hard to believe this pitcher is just a freshman. Actually, she's a first baseman, also listed as a pitcher in the roster. They got a lot of talented young players. Ball 3 misses low. 3-0 the count now to Alcorn. Kennett outfield straight away. Infield at regular depth with a cleanup hitter. 3-0. We'll see if they turn her loose at the plate. The pitch. There's a strike in there. 3-1. I think she was taking there, down by a run. Championship game in that Class 4 District 1 baseball matchup tomorrow as we take on Fredericktown here at Indian Park. A 4:30 start tomorrow afternoon. Should be a beautiful day for that championship game. This ball popped up back at us. And the count now 3-2. Jenna Alcorn. Fredericktown, a 5-1 victory over Notre Dame last night. To reach the championship game. This ball hit out to right field. Raspberry just about in her tracks will make the catch for out number 1. Peyton Hurt, right-handed hitter, comes to the plate. Second baseman has made some nice defensive plays out in the field. First plate appearance, she was a strikeout victim facing Hanley McAtee. One out, nobody on here in the top of the fourth. And a swing and a miss, strike one. The winner of this one will go on to play on Memorial Day. The Final Four in Springfield. That's the goal. One of these two teams will be headed to Springfield over the Memorial Day holiday. The 0-1 pitch headed home. Outside is ball one. 1-1 to count. It's not. I'm going to a Cardinal game Saturday and Sunday. And then Lady Indians win. I'll be going Sunday night to Springfield to broadcast the games. This one's popped up on the infield. Martin will handle it for out number two. First two retired here in the top of the fourth. Miley Graham will bat, left fielder. Miley, also a strikeout victim against Hanley, her first at bat. Two outs, nobody on. We're in the top of the fourth in a 3-2 ball game here at Indian Park. Swing and a miss, strike one. Dennis Snail sitting down in the bleachers watching this one. He was here yesterday for the baseball game. And always great to have Dennis filling in when we need some help. Swing and a miss. Still doing the Bloomfield Christmas tournament for us. Always enjoyable hearing Dennis' call of the game. The 0-2 pitch. Hit well out to left field. This could be trouble at the fence, and we are tied 3-3. Graham will touch them all. Lexi Wallace to the fence, and it goes over the fence. Nobody said it was going to be easy in this one. We're tied at 3. 2 outs here in the fourth inning. Abby Gingrey, the pitcher, will now bat. I don't know if we might. Now we get the softball coming back in. We see the treetops beyond center field. They are really waving around. The flags, not so much here at Indian Park, but occasionally can help balls hit out to left field. This ball is low, ball one to Gingrey. She was also a strikeout victim, her first at bat facing Hanley McAtee. Well, we're tied at 3, brand new ball game here in the top of the fourth. 2 outs, nobody on now after the solo home run. Ball two is high and away. Century 21 SEMO Realtors, one of our great broadcast sponsors. If you're looking to buy or sell property, give them a call. Century 21 SEMO Realtors, 888-5888. Hanley misses with 3 straight to Gingrey after the solo shot by Graham to left field tied this ball game up. 3-0 now to Abby Gingrey. See if Hanley can work back. Strike call at the letters. Hewitt, the designated player in the on-deck circle for Clearwater. 3-1, the count to Abby Gingrey. Outside is ball 4. So the go-ahead run is on the base pass now with 2 down here in the fourth. Adrian Hewitt, the hitter now, and Adrian was also a strikeout victim, her first at bat against Hanley McAtee. Hanley could use another one here. Wind picks up a little bit, blowing out across. Alexis Aiden is a courtesy runner for the pitcher down at first. Strike called in there. I can just barely see the runner at first for the covering over the first base bleachers down there. The 0-1 pitch. And I know if you're watching our video coverage, you have the same view as you see the shed overshadowing the players down at first base. Defensively, it's Payne. And first baseman for the Lady Indians. The 1-1 pitch is popped up out to right field, and this ball is out of play or down the right side. Kind of lost that one. I saw Olivia Raspberry looking up toward the scoreboard, and I thought, no way. But it was just out of play over by the first base dugout. Now the 1-2 pitch to Adrian Hewitt with 2 down, a runner at first. A 3-3 ball game. Foul tip. She stays alive. Adrian just got a piece of it and fouled it straight back. 1-2 the count. Wouldn't expect anything different between these two teams, Clearwater and Kennett. Three-3 ball game. Now the 1-2 pitch with 2 down to Hewitt. Slowly hit back to McAtee. Hanley fields. Slips just a bit, but then throws a strike to Payne at first for out number 3. When Hanley tried to set her feet, she slipped just a little bit, but still had plenty on the throw over to first for the out. So a solo home run ties us up at 3. Kennett grabs the bat. It'll be Barton, Bodkin, and Raspberry when they come to the plate in the bottom of the 4th when we return to Indian Park right after this.
Kennett Girls Softball Association is a proud sponsor of Kennett Indian Softball. Their goal is to promote the game of softball as well as stress the importance of sportsmanship to girls in Kennett and the surrounding areas. Registrations are currently being accepted until March 29th for softball and baseball at Baker, Wellman Brown, and Farm Bureau. Get those kiddos signed up for a summer of fun.
Looking for a place to live or grow your business in Kennett? Gardner Properties offers clean, quality residential and commercial rentals with a full-time maintenance crew and monthly inspections to keep everything in top condition. They're known for building and buying to suit new and relocating businesses in the area. Every improvement they make reflects their commitment to keeping the town looking its best. Call 573-752-1442 or stop by 1012 St. Francis Street in Kennett to see what they can do for you.
Gardner Properties here in Kennett, one of our great broadcast sponsors. We appreciate the folks at Gardner Properties for their support of our broadcast all season long. Lauren Barton will lead things off. Emma Claire Bodkin and Olivia Raspberry will follow. Bailey Wilcutt if anyone can reach. We're tied at 3, bottom of the 4th. Left-handed hitting Lauren Barton. Strikeout victim facing Gingrey, her first at bat, takes ball 1. We're underway here in the bottom of the 4th. Wind blowing across the field here at Indian Park from right to left. We have seen it seem to help some balls hit out to left field. A couple of home runs to left, one for each team. Lauren takes it high for ball 2. Kennett looking for base runners here and maybe put a big number on the board. Get a little insurance in this one. 2-0 to Barton, leading off the bottom of the 4th. There's a strike in there to Lauren at the knees. Abby Gingrey has been very good in the circle. The sophomore. Outfield plays Lauren around the pool. Lots of room in left center field if Lauren takes it that way. A swing and a miss. At an off-speed delivery, and it's 2-2 now to Barton. Lauren, one of the Kennett seniors on this ball club. Right fielder. This one. Fouled off at the plate, and the count remains 2-2. Just getting a message from Chad Pritchett, who's listening in Nashville. Asked to say something about our athletes headed to the state track meet on Thursday. Kevin Thompson in shot put, Austin Gaddis in discus, Carson Manley in javelin, Elise Edwards in long jump and triple jump. This pitch misses, and the count now full. So good luck to all of our folks competing in the state track meet on Thursday. 3-2, a full count down to Lauren Barton. Lauren pops it up over the backstop, and the count remains full, 3-2. Busy time for a lot of the sports teams, baseball, softball, and track. Graduation, school's out. The work continues. This ball hit high in the air. Center field, Patterson comes on and makes a basket catch out in shallow center field for out number 1. Patterson covered a lot of ground on that little pop fly, but retires Lauren Barton. Now Emma Claire Bodkin will bat. See if Emma Claire can get us started. She lined out a ball she hit right on the nose to center field, her first at bat. Now some raindrops starting to fall here at Indian Park. That's not what we wanted to see, but at least we are indoors. Didn't expect this to come down this afternoon after all the work on the field. As they scatter around here at Indian Park. First pitch is low, ball 1. It starts getting close to our equipment. We'll move the equipment back just a touch and still try to have our broadcast. Now the umpire is going to call time, and they may stop the action for a minute. I don't think they'll pull the tarp out. Pretty good. Doesn't look like a whole lot of showers, does it? Yeah, it looks like it's going to stay south, but they are going to clear the field right now and let the raindrops quit falling. So the count is 1 ball and no strikes to Emma Claire Bodkin. The wind's still swirling here, and we're going to move our camera back just a touch. Lance, can you slide that camera back just a little bit here? There we go. We can even lower the window a little bit. We'll try to keep our equipment dry, but we'll try to recap what has happened so far in this ball game. Hopefully it won't be a long delay. They don't. Uh-oh, that was thunder. So that was thunder, and that usually means we're going to have a little bit longer delay at the ballpark. Normally, I think it's, 30 minutes delay, mandatory. So we may have an extended delay here at the ballpark. We're in the bottom of the 4th with 1 out. And the batter is Emma Claire Bodkin. Now the umpires are coming over. And they may be talking to you, Lance. I don't know if they're going to if they're getting some of their equipment out, and they're going to have a little discussion. We're probably going to have a delay of at least 30 minutes before we can get things back underway here at Indian Park. Not a heavy rain, just a light rain falling. We're checking the radar. Yeah, just a nuisance rain right now. It'll get people wet, and it's not ideal playing conditions for the players. Folks out in center field, they are scrambling around. I'm looking at Lance's phone, but yeah, should move through about 6:01, and maybe we can get back underway. But we are in a great ball game, 3-3. We are all tied up here at Indian Park this afternoon. We'll continue moving our equipment back as I still feel some wind blowing in. Matter of fact, we could shut the windows. You're not going to have as good of a view, but we can lower the windows down. And that's what we're going to do, and then we'll continue our broadcast. With the Misha TV broadcast, a little more difficult just stopping and starting because we have to keep going with that unless we had a really, really extended delay. But right now we are in a weather delay from Indian Park, and you're looking through our dirty windows here up in the press box, but we're thankful for it. The thing about baseball and softball broadcasts in spring for any of the outlets that do it, it's probably the toughest sport there is to broadcast. First, it's as you can see, it's not real easy to get a good, clear picture of what's going on. A lot of places you have to rely on the cell phone coverage and whatever Wi-Fi boxes you can bring with you. And unlike a football stadium, usually you have a covered area where the camera can operate, or in basketball, of course, you're inside. At baseball, you're really at the mercy, and you're also in the spring. So we are in a rain delay here at Indian Park. We are going to take a break. I will recap the earlier action for you when we return to Indian Park, and maybe we'll know a little bit more, but we're probably going to be in a rain delay for at least 30 minutes after we heard some thunder. The rain should move out of the area a little bit after 6. I think the field will still be in hopefully playing condition, even though the rain's coming down pretty good. But we are in the bottom of the 4th in a 3-3 ball game. The winner goes on to the Final Four. So we're going to take a commercial break and decide a little bit more about what's going on and what we're going to do here at Indian Park. We'll be back with more right after this.
Hi, Kennett Indian fans. This is Stephanie Pierce with Dove's Clothing at 709 First Street in Kennett, Missouri. Here at Dove's, we value connection to our community by offering a variety of quality men's and children's clothing, accessories, and grooming products. You can also find accessories and gift items for the ladies. Nothing speaks connection to the community like Kennett Indian football. And here at Dove's Clothing, we are all in. Wishing all athletes and coaches a safe and successful season. Roll Tribe.
At Farm Credit Southeast Missouri, we know that the days of parking your equipment in the shed after a long harvest and taking it easy for a while no longer exist. The business of farming is much more complex. We've been in the ag lending business for over 100 years, and we are ready to help your operation reach its best potential. We've got the loan and crop insurance products and the experience right here ready to serve you. We are your ag lender.
Your ag lender will always be there.
Contact Matthew Poole or Nathan Creed at 888-6624.
In Kennett, we know our community because we're a part of it. At Kennett Board of Public Works, we're local just like you. That means we're just minutes away. With fast response times, we're here for emergencies, ensuring your internet is restored quickly. We offer reliable, high-speed internet to keep your home and business connected. Kennett Board of Public Works, we're your local team, keeping you connected. Here when you need us, always.
Eat, play, and have a blast at Let's Roll Paragould. From bowling, duck pin, and laser tag to 45 arcade games and a full restaurant, Let's Roll Paragould is packed with fun for everyone. Both alleys feature state-of-the-art NeoSurf systems. And with over 50 TVs, you won't miss a second of your favorite game. Visit Let'sRollParagould.com for birthday packages, daily specials, group deals, or to reserve your lane. Let's Roll Paragould, 2707 West Kings Highway in Paragould, where good times roll 7 days a week.
Back in the press box with Lance Penn, we have the windows closed, and the rain has really came down here as we're seeing some water start to puddle up out on the field. We're going to have at least a delay, but I'm not certain that we're going to be able to get this one back underway. Now, according to the rules in this ball game, they would have to resume right here in the bottom of the 4th. Kennett would be at the plate. And Emma Claire Bodkin would have a 1-ball, no-strike count with 1 down in the bottom of the 4th in a 3-3 ball game. So they wouldn't start with a brand-new ball game if they have to play it tomorrow. I know it's such a shame for the folks from Clearwater that had to come all the way over here this afternoon and all the folks that worked so hard to get this field ready. But this little shower popped up, and I don't think anybody thought it would rain quite as hard as it has. Now, with the baseball game tomorrow, I'm almost certain that they would not play baseball and softball at the same time out here. I've heard different people say that wouldn't happen, but if that's the case, baseball at 4:30, and then you could have softball right after that, or you could have softball starting about 2 o'clock tomorrow afternoon and have the crowd moved out. We're supposed to have sunny skies tomorrow. Well, let me tell you a little bit about how things got to this point. As Clearwater in the first inning, a leadoff walk by Allen, and then a strikeout by Eaton. So 1 on, 1 out, but Allen steals second, advances to third on a wild pitch, and then coming up, hitting a triple with 2 on, was Alcorn. Alcorn with a big blow gave Clearwater a 2-0 lead before a couple of strikeouts, and Hanley McAtee got out of the top of the first. In the bottom half of the first, Hanley McAtee started off with a line drive, a strikeout by McKegg, a flyout by Payne, and then a single by Emma Tennant for the Lady Indians. And following that, Lindley Patterson singled, made it 2-1. Then a strikeout by Lauren Barton ends the first inning for Kennett. In the second inning, it was a strikeout by Gingrey. Hewitt struck out, and Patterson struck out. So striking out the side was McAtee. In the top of the second for Kennett, Emma Claire Bodkin lined out to the center fielder Patterson, and then Raspberry grounded out for the second out in the inning, and then Bailey Wilcott struck out. So that ended the second for Kennett. And then we went to the third inning, and for Clearwater, striking out was Allen. And then Eaton doubled on a line drive to left field, was thrown out trying to advance on to third base on the play. And then a strikeout for the third inning as Shearer struck out to end the top of the third for Clearwater. Hanley McAtee grounded out to second base to start the bottom of the third for Kennett. A strikeout by McKegg. Payne walked, and then Tennant homered. And that gave Kennett a 3-2 lead as Lindley Patterson grounded out to second to end the bottom of the third for Kennett. Top of the fourth, and one out as Alcorn flied out to Olivia Raspberry. Then Hurt popped out to the second baseman. So two quick outs before Graham homered on a fly ball to left field, and that made it 3-3. Gingrey drew a walk, and then Hewitt grounds out to Hanley McAtee. And the Kennett bottom half of the fourth inning, a pop out by Lauren Barton to center field, and a nice play by Patterson out in center field to retire Lauren Barton. And now Emma Bodkin was at the plate when the rain started. And Emma Claire with a count of 1 no strikes. Again, the rain moved in, and it was coming down pretty quick here. I'm not sure if this field's going to be playable as we are kind of looking out there, but it rained a lot harder than we thought it might as we reached 6 o'clock. Our broadcast on KBOA AM 1540, 98.7 WGCQ FM. If they do have to call the game today, they will resume it right where we are tomorrow. And Emma Claire Bodkin would be the batter with a 1-0 count. Now, the pitcher does not have to be the same tomorrow if the pitchers wanted to change, but probably both of these teams would send their starters back out tomorrow. As in softball, it's nothing really like baseball with a pitch count and things like that. Lance Penn. So it's a little different in softball, so not as critical. Now, if you had your ace starter out there on the mound and he pitched 3 innings today in baseball, he would not be eligible tomorrow if his pitch count went over a certain amount. So that really hurts in baseball more than maybe softball. It's just a sad fact that Clearwater folks may have to go home and make another trip over here tomorrow to conclude this ball game. We are at least on a rain delay till about 6:20 this evening, as we had some thunder in the area. But I see some water puddled up out on the field. We are going to put our stream starting soon slide up here on our broadcast. So we are currently in a rain delay. Tad Jones has a scroll that'll be going across the bottom of the screen that will let all of our viewers know. But when we know more here from Indian Park, whether we're going to wrap things up for today or maybe resume it a little bit later, we will join you once again. For our radio listeners, Monty may go ahead and connect you back to our programming, and for our video stream and those listening on our social platforms of our audio stream here from the ballpark, you're just going to hear some background music until things start. For you pay-per-view viewers, we're going to keep things going with our stream starting soon slide as we are in a rain delay. Still yet to be determined what we're going to do. It'll give Lance Penn and myself a little chance to move around and find out exactly what they're going to do after this rain moves through. Once again, we're in the bottom of the fourth inning with 1 out and a 1 no strike count on Emma Claire Bodkin in a 3-3 ball game. We hopefully will have some more softball coming up from Indian Park. The rain is starting to let up a little bit here, but is the field too wet to continue playing? That is to be determined. So we'll go to our stream starting soon slide, and we will resume our coverage as soon as possible here from Indian Park. Live coverage starting soon. 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 Live coverage starting soon.
Live coverage starting soon. Live coverage starting soon. Live coverage starting soon.
All right, we are back at Indian Park as the decision has been made here that we will not have any more softball this afternoon. You're kind of looking through the window and you see the water puddles out on the field. We will resume tomorrow in the bottom of the fourth inning with one out. And Emma Claire Bodkin is at the plate in a 3-3 ball game. And one out for Kennett in the bottom of the fourth. So they will resume this ball game at 4 o'clock tomorrow. And my understanding is the baseball game will now start at 5 o'clock tomorrow. So we're going to have softball over on the softball side of things. And then they expect the softball game to be over before the championship of the Class 4 District 1 baseball tournament begins tomorrow afternoon. As baseball at 5 is what I heard. 4 o'clock and then 5 o'clock. So we have an hour basically to get finished with the softball game tomorrow, and barring extra innings, which is very possible with these two teams. So that's an update. We are going to resume things right where they are tomorrow. Bottom of the fourth with one out. Emma Claire Bodkin will be the batter, and she has a 1 ball and no strike count. So that's where we are. Just not fair. It's too wet to play. There's water out on the field. So that's where we are, and that's where we will be tomorrow. We will have baseball tomorrow, and hopefully we'll have softball tomorrow, weather permitting. I think the weather is going to be a lot nicer tomorrow. And with a 4 o'clock start for softball, it'll give plenty of time for this field to dry out, and you want field conditions to be as good as possible for the folks in Clearwater. Have safe travels. I know that's not an easy drive and have to turn around and come back tomorrow, but it's for the best. The shower popped up. We had thunder, which didn't even have a chance to put the tarp on the field. I mean, it came up so quickly and dumped quite a bit of water Now, the baseball Indians are over, and they just dumped all the water off of their tarp. So they drained all the water off of their tarp. They'll pull it back over and then take it off again tomorrow. But they'll let their outfield dry out before that district championship game. So a lot of action at Indian Park tomorrow. Once again, we're resuming this game right where we are, bottom of the fourth, in a 3-3 ball game. Bases empty and 1 out, and Emma Clara Bodkin will be at the plate with a 1 ball and no strike count. That's going to do it for our coverage this afternoon. We'll figure out what we're going to do regarding our baseball and softball coverage tomorrow, because we'll have to switch up our streaming platforms and some things like that. Of course, our video is on Misha TV, so it will not affect our video from both of these events tomorrow at Indian Park. It may affect what radio stations we broadcast on tomorrow. We may split our radio stations up, but I'll discuss that with Monty and Tad, and we'll determine what's the best option for our coverage tomorrow. But we will have coverage from both games tomorrow here at Indian Park. Softball at 4, baseball first pitch at 5 o'clock from the championship game of the Class 4, District 1. I'm Perry Jones. Lance Penn, my normal sidekick in baseball. He's been running the scoreboard, doing the PA announcer, and also the official scorebook, thanks to Monty Lyons getting us connected on and off for the radio broadcast. And Tad Jones doing all the help with our adjustments as we had our rain delay here this afternoon. But we were going to be back tomorrow and hopefully send one of these two teams to the Final Four in Springfield on Monday. That'll do it for our broadcast this evening from Indian Park. We'll talk to you again tomorrow with more Lady Indian softball.
You have been watching Kennett Indian Softball. This broadcast presented by Kennett Bowling Lanes, State Farm Insurance, Kennett Trust Bank, Harris Pharmacy, Curapath Wellness, Kennett Girls Softball Association, and Patterson Auto Sales. Other sponsors include Bloom Bella Flowers and Gifts, Century 21, Ultimate Fitness, and Hanley McAtee Farms. This broadcast has been a production of Pollock Broadcasting Company.